cross borderline. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand, and you'll know it's too mine. Pay the price to come, just to wind up where you are. That's it.
Cool.
Okay, you need to direct us on anything?
Could you just look at me a couple times when you play?
Sure.
Scott, you need us to do anything else? That way? Good. All right.
Good.
All right.
Good. It's tough, but we got it. This is 30, Saturday's 29.
I remember you asked me the first time, and I was completely wrong, and ever since then, I've never trusted myself.
I went back to the website. The website's right.
Are you there? Hey.
Hello, hello. So, Myron, I filtered a ridiculous amount of emails and basically put everybody in their place. And thankfully, all my sound engineer friends.
And when these boys play live, people don't obsess over that because the song is now over, and they talk to each other for a minute. They get
I know.
a drink, and you know, there's stuff happening. So these guys are doing their thing, and then you're doing your thing. And you're
I know.
sitting at home, that silence must have just been driven.
There were one or two times where when Jack was talking, he went like this.
Yeah, right.
And no, we could hear him in the room.
Well, maybe. And the funny thing is, Jack texted me because I got to do a better job of speaking to the
I know, he said the same
Yeah,
thing.
we talked. I mean, because this is a different show. So if we're,
Yeah.
if
You're
we're
on mic.
bringing them into our living room, so to speak.
And one of the things that didn't occur to me is I didn't mic Justin. Other people put everybody in their place. And I said, we're not promising anything here. Nothing is promised.
Yeah,
You know.
that's the only thing, like, if we get the opportunity to do it again, Norma can just maybe announce on the stage, hey, if you find me talking not to you on the mic, I'm not talking to you.
Well, I pointed out.
Or we
you
can
wouldn't
build, or
know-
we could just build it into the show and make it part of the show because it is different.
If you want to be heard every time you step away from the mic, it's everything that you say. I'll put a lapel mic on you.
No, we
no.
don't. And I pointed that out. I said, there's a reason for that. It's private for your ears.
Yeah.
That's right. But you're right, I never thought about when it's a live show, maybe talking, drinking, number, they're just sitting on their couch waiting.
Yeah, it's a silent night.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And I can understand, because I felt it myself, but then I was like, yeah, that's what it was. It was
Right.
like, okay, this happens every show, you know? They work with each other. I mean, if, you know, you don't want everybody here, if Jack comes over, tells you tempo is wrong. You know,
That's right.
Jack's telling me my fly's down.
or I
Zip your fly up.
heard Jack me out to tell me, hey, put Strom in your heart.
Yeah. Listen, great that there's pop mics.
Right, I mean, you know, those are private moments for the band. Every band has it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What some of the people, especially ladies, would appreciate. Do you know what I mean? But Bob Weir, he was clever just yelling at Sharuki from the stage, you know, like just like fuck, it, you know, just he was famous for that. So
All in all, besides those whiners, it was a killer show.
fantastic.
They,
Yeah.
you know, I thought about like pushing you guys' dialogue, the actual dialogue that was for the audience up, and I started to, but it sounded unnatural.
Yeah, I think it'd be like almost a weird echo thing, you know?
I don't just be as loud as the rock thing.
I don't want to be. If I wanted to be, I'd be sitting on stage. I'd be like, you know, Regis Philbin. There's something about being the lone voice,
Yes.
you know.
Well, I mean, like I said, a lone Wookiee, I find it, I have time to,
I said lone voice.
I just feel like in the end, that would have not sounded natural, you know?
It was fine. So Jimmy Quigg is emailing me. Put it up. I'm like, Jimmy, we recorded this. Hell, it's in my front, you know, keeps the volume. I'm like, I go, all of you. It's recorded. Now, let me tell you, you and I we put it on our laptops, mute that, and then we listen. There's a little there. We heard everything from our flat with our soundboard. I heard everything he said. I heard when he everything. If it were an electric show, nobody complains. Basically, the show most times. And that's not what people care. You know, you can't miss that. There were some people that definitely. I also have Saturday's set list. I didn't put it up there, but they are on the. I thought it was fantastic. I'm telling you, we heard everything, and I thought, okay, what were they talking about? What do you mean with your vocals?
And also, like, maybe they're in a room with other people and they're
But
chatting.
then everybody knows that's it's like, oh, I just. Billy.
So, okay, we'll give you your money.
Somebody said, sorry.
There you go. Gorgeous, I say, man.
One Collins and one. I love the.
We're ready whenever anyone's ready. The sound is stellar.
So they can crank their systems and being awesome. Are you gonna play this one? It's one of the, like there, where you get a grabber that's gonna.
Actually, it's okay. Actually, I will play.
Block it. I don't like that thing.
I'd like to get some more names about those.
Yes. I like it because, you know, as
Hey, I heard back of those little mic condoms for the road. I know, but we're down to, yeah. 20-something bucks or 200. Yeah.
It's all in the feet. Heaven always wants feet.
Well, that's why I didn't want to redo the whole outfit, because they both had light socks on and they had high waters. Kevin, I wouldn't be asking you to do that, but. You might want to change his.
Oh, Norma.
What did you do to him? He already leaked you through.
Let's have a look.
Oh, buddy.
In your overalls.
The conversion has been done.
He broke on through to the other side.
That's great, man.
It's almost 13 months.
Of course, I got another.
Yeah, wait, he is 13.
That's right, I said it first.
Where's Stacy back there? How dare you?
I wish I had a hair dryer. I think
You
there's.
have one inside the, what was your name? Trying to get with, Jaws, the vacuum cleaner.
Yes, I loved that. Oh, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the right circle, yeah. Where this Wrangell St. Elias is the largest number in the United States. Yosemite and Switzerland.
Oh, man, I've been playing the shit out of it. You never listened to my Earl Hooker?
I bet you have.
That Earl Hooker stuff. Oh, man.
That's one national park when I go to Dave Yard.
That's an old.
Yep, it's the Yard. Which is, you didn't bring over, we were up this time, but
I'm sorry to do that.
no, I mean, the park those pretty guitars.
Indy?
Your mask. Are you fucking me? Are you fucking kidding me? Did you do that on purpose?
What?
I said 3 times, Herman, remove your mask. Herman, remove your mask. And we're laughing over here, and then he goes, hey, Captain, you go, huh?
Master.
No, I wouldn't listen to anybody. I'm
Yeah,
listening to what I'm
hurry
doing.
up.
The master.
And there was total coincidence.
Oh, bullshit. Unbelievable. Ah. God. Yeah, I know. You never wear your hearing aids. You got your case and I know now. You said you wear them because it works with your hearing aids.
Hey, you messed up. You only have one diaper.
Oh, God.
Minutes.
Oh, no. We were traveling through Italy. The bus we were traveling in, Myron was there, I think Myron was there, must have been. The air conditioning unit started to leak in the car. I took one of Izzy's last diapers and we shoved it up in the thing. What are you doing?
He said, who's that? That's my mama.
What are you doing? Who am I?
Mama.
Who's that? Who's that?
I don't have the magical booties. That's who I am.
Are you gonna hang out with Dada? Stand up and get it. Is he walking?
He can stand there. He doesn't. When he doesn't think about it, he's walking. But right when he thinks, he's like, oh.
Christy, like right in front of us. She was holding onto the couch and she turned around, she did 4 steps, and then we both like screamed and she cried. I was like, Chihuahua! Yes, I know you're walking. It's funny, he'll pick up Milo's water bottle, take some steps, and put the water bottle down. So he's like, what? You can go down, or you want to come back with me? Okay, 257.
I'm gonna try him out here, but if he gets loud, I'll leave.
We'll put him on stage.
Johnny, what did you do to him?
Johnny, quit pinching the baby.
Oh, 1 second chance. Just being free.
Put him on the mic.
Everybody.
So I was sitting here thinking, I was like, wait a minute, I'm counting down like it matters. You know?
So the people watching the electric show was really weird. It started at first like 5, that first 15 minutes or half hour they all get on and talk about nothing. And then it went boom, right up to 2,700, then it dropped to 1,900. And then it was like dropped to 1,600. I go, what's going on? Then it goes to 22, 24. I'm like, what's going on?
I looked at it on Monday, there were 11,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's after the fact, though.
I know, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Doody bop 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 a lap bab a doody boo bop.
Hey, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to number 30.
Number 30.
Holy moly, of our quarantine concert series. Free stream.
Wow.
Free.
Free indeed.
It's still free.
It's number 36 for Yorma performances, but number 30 for the Quarantine Concert Series.
How do you get that?
Well, I had a couple jobs beforehand.
Oh, 36 this year, you mean?
Yeah, that's just the Yorma year, you know.
Wow.
Yep.
Still,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little light.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah. Thanks, virus.
So,
Yes.
welcome once again. All of our concerts, our quarantine concerts, and our quarantine vault series are brought to you by Yorma's Choice, the only choice in CBD products. We have 1,000 milligram CBD. He doesn't have anything to show you today, folks. Sorry about that.
Yikes.
I don't know why I didn't put anything out for you. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's like I had a little bit of dry skin on the back of my hand. I was putting CBD on it. He said, "What are you doing that for?" "That's for pain, not for dry skin." I went, "I thought it cured everything." Oh, well.
It's not that the coconut oil and the products that we have wouldn't help that, but there are better things.
Got it. Duly noted.
Okay. So, as I was saying, we have 1,000 milligram muscle balm, 1,000 milligram muscle cream, 500 milligram muscle balm, 2 tinctures, a 500 milligram black cherry, and now 1,000 milligram mint. That one's pretty awesome. And we have the 1,000 milligram bath soak. And we want to
Yikes.
thank, as always, Robbie Bickett
Hey, Robbie, how you doing, bud?
down in Raywood, Kentucky, and their great company, Bickett and Boone, who decided it was a good idea to let us in on a little bit of their CBD goodness, and they created a product for us, and we are beyond grateful.
We're darned pleased.
We sure are. We sure are. And there's a couple more things right in front of you, Yorma. We have a fresh batch
Ooh.
of Yorma's Fur Peace Ranch Campfire Coffee. It's right there in front of you.
Oh, yeah, I do see that.
Can't lean over there
Freshly
and get it.
roasted. I can lean over and get it.
Show it to the people.
How's that?
There you go.
Wait a
To the
sec.
camera. There you go. Thank you.
Wait a sec.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fresh batch.
Yep.
And it pairs nicely with our Fur Peace Ranch Diner mug. Now, what's not up there right now, and I apologize for that, is your artist copy of The River Flows, which is the new vinyl that came out.
What?
I removed it to take a picture, and I forgot to put it back. I know. I may get one in between songs so you guys can hold it up tonight. We also have a special on your hardcover, Been So Long. You buy 2 copies, get a third free. You will personalize each one.
I will.
I will say, for the guy that said, hey, can Yorma share some memories of him and the Grateful Dead? That's a lot to put on the inside of the cover.
Yeah, and actually he said, yes, basically share some memory with Jerry or something like that. And I said he was a great guy. I said he was my friend. He was my friend.
Right. So, they might be short and sweet, but Yorma will personalize.
Right, and people need to consider too, I mean, if you look at Jack Cassidy's autograph, he has like a John Hancock. It's a signature.
It's beautiful.
I can barely write. I mean,
Yours is awful.
it's just awful. So it's really like I do my best. That's all I can say. We do our best.
One other item there, which is brand new. I don't know if you'll be able to, actually 2, your glasses are on top of the brand new burgundy
Yeah.
fleece throw. We've had the kind of gunmetal gray color. We have a burgundy one,
Yeah,
and
it's
we
nice.
have the quarantine. So people can't see it, Yorma. You got to hold it up.
First of all, one thing at a time, Vanessa. Here we go. First
Okay.
of all, here's the
New
shirt.
quarantine. Yeah.
Here's the shirt.
Long sleeve and short sleeve Quarantine Concert Series shirts. They're awesome. The long sleeve is great for layering. Those of you that still like to wear your short sleeves, it's getting pretty cold out there. There you go, Yorma.
Now, this is cool.
This is a laser etched that says, I think you can see it from there. It's our Fur Peace Ranch
Yeah.
logo. They are awesome, and that is our preferred throw for watching Lilyhammer. Yes, I know we're late. I've already seen the series. Yorma hasn't seen it.
Yeah, it's great.
So now he's watching Lilyhammer under the nice comfort of,
I think I'm
The
just going to
fleece
curl up
throw.
here in this rug under this and take a nap for the next 40 minutes.
all right. So we want to thank our crew, as always. Today's crew, Myron, Andy, me, John, Scotty Hall. We are forever grateful for their volunteering, essentially, since April 4th to do these quarantine concerts.
Absolutely.
That's a lot to ask, but your donations have made it easier, so we appreciate that. So at some point throughout this particular and some of the other shows that you might see, reruns, I still call them reruns, you'll see 2 addresses come across the screen. One is for PayPal, one is for Venmo. Those are the 2 outlets that we decided were good for a tip jar, so we want to thank everyone for your continued support, and again, my crew. We couldn't do these without them.
Nope.
So the way the show works is lots of music, some questions for those of you that say, does she have to talk so much? Just for that, I'm going to talk a little more today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There was a lot of banter about should we do questions? Why did we do questions for the electric show? Because that's the show. And though the
Yeah.
electric, we've learned a lot since April 4th.
Thank goodness.
We all have just about, I'll just talk about what I've learned. People don't like to talk about politics. They don't like when you move away from a mic. They don't like when they're called out. So, but technically speaking, I think we do a pretty good I'll just say, pretty damn good job.
Well said.
Yes. So there will be some questions throughout this performance today. We'll try to keep them short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I will turn the music over to you, Yorma.
So I really love being surrounded by this forest of fine acoustic guitars today. And they probably won't all get used, but you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have selected for my opening number one of my fine Flameng J35-ish guitars. Thanks, David. You're building a mighty fine guitar. All righty. Well, we all want second chances. A chance of being free. A chance to take our measure here. See we can be. Though the dance isn't over till the last note has been played. We bow with thanks. We walk back home, see we've made. Well, the mirror shows the message. You can't deny the time whose tracks it makes across your face, waiting for a sign. If chances were like highways, a map would bring you home. There'd never be the detour sign where you drive on alone. Well, chances are like crystal. You know, they shadow and they fall. And then you'll never see them all. You juggle aspiration and balance it with pain. No matter how that drought they'll on rain. Sky. Of time we'll want to oh goodbye. Our children, they'll go beyond our reach. Duty turn. Thank you. That was a mighty roar of applause for three people.
So we're going to start right out with a question, Yorma.
Why not?
I've heard that Yorma had a role in Bob Weir's, he put in parentheses Grateful Dead. I'm pretty sure we all know who Bob Weir is. Early guitar education. Could Yorma comment?
Oh, you know, I mean, yes, we're coming up, we have people that we met that influenced us, and it has been said, and not about our dad, we've had this discussion, but I've heard it said that we used to watch play and steal, and learn things. We all steal stuff, I'm just kidding. So that's quite possible, because keep in mind, those days, we started playing the coffee house stuff, that's all there was, and so we're all hanging out. So it is possible, if it's flared, Rob is one of the most innovative guitarists I know. That's all I can say about that. So if I help him on that, the pleasure was mine.
Well, I'm going to say that I heard straight from Bob's mouth. I did
Ooh.
at Sweetwater.
Well, there you go.
Sweetwater. This was probably 3 years ago now. Me and Myron and Izzy were backstage, and Bob came by his partners in the club, and there's a tiny little room, you know, just what I would call sausage, and there he was, perched in his chair behind a curtain, watching you play. It was a solo show, and he saw me and came out and said hi. He said, just like the old days when I used to stand on the stage at Licks.
Well, Bob has certainly done okay. Okay, is that our question for the moment?
That is the first question.
Okay. When you lie awake, feel your body shake. Come on, girl, don't let your spirit break. Well, when that life you're in, when you can take once more, look away, living for today. Satisfy your senses, pleasures. Once more, look away and follow with your heart as the waves come crashing miles apart. Wraps love, blessed love, soars on high above the hunter's glove, and fills an empty heart with beggar's blood. Grinding to be born, like homeless children out on Sunday, about the time they spent in the candy store. Their lives lost, so heartless maid, a creature you could hate. Take some time and let your conscience wait in search of a Murphy Lane. Crying in the night, sign from the fright of hungry dogs and waiting widows, thinking of the time they spent in the candy store. Their lives were so Thank you. Guitar chain. Byron, could you hand me that? No, wait a minute.
Be careful not to say anything away from the mic, Yorma.
How's this?
Yeah, we had some, what should we call them? Comments. We had some comments about some of the fans not being able to hear the banter between you, Justin, and Jack at the
Right.
Electric Show, which, you know.
They missed stuff like, don't start that too fast like you always do. And
You know, the reason that we don't have you guys wearing lapel mics or have any of the ambient mics on stage, there's just some things that are private, and that is, you know, when you walk away from the mic, there's a reason for that.
Hey, well-
For whatever reason, whatever it is you're talking about. And Myron made a really good point. You know, everybody's watching these shows from their living room, so dead air is a little awkward, I guess, if you don't have your room full of your, you know, bros or your gals watching the show. When you're at a club, in between, you know, the applause and the next song, they're having a drink, they're talking to their friend, they're laughing. They're not even concerned with what you guys are saying up there. But in your living room with your feet up, with your cat on your lap, you're just waiting. I was getting emails saying, well, I don't know what they're saying. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that.
well, and there's two ways to look at this also. I mean, that's one way to look at it. And the other thing is, and we talked about this too. I mean, you would never even think about that. First of all, it's the first electric show that we've done, so it's stuff to think about. So if we, you know, I mean, not that we're saying things that people can't hear. I mean, hey, look, I'm not thinking about some guy out there watching our show in his underwear drinking a beer. I mean, you know.
Ew.
You know what I mean. So if we do another electric show, we may chide Jack on staying on the mic. And Jack's just not good about that. He's not good.
Well,
He
this
doesn't work.
isn't
He doesn't work
just
like
really,
that.
there were a couple of times where, as Jack was talking, he moves closer to when he's in it, you know, thing to the room. We act rumor that the first batch of vaccines are coming to Ohio mid-December for nursing homes.
Well,
That was news to me.
well, if it comes after December 23rd, I'll be 80, and that'll move me up in line.
We don't want you in a nursing home.
Yikes. Yeah. All righty, well. So I've got a bunch of stuff from Blue Country Heart on this today's little session. Here's one called Blue Railroad Train. Blue railroad train down the railroad track makes me feel the doggone blue. Listen to that old smokestack. Come back again. Let me hear that whistle blow. Taking the sun, leaving the rain, and I hate to see you go. Blue railroad train, leaving me far behind. Bring me back them good old days and let me ramble down the line. Blue railroad train, leaving me here alone. You treat me good, treat me bad, Lord, you make me feel like home. Well, I got them blues, lonely for your company. As many miles where I am to the only one for me. It's lonely here, waiting for the man up there. I hope that engineer is kind enough to let me be a guest. Well, I'm not as bad as you might think I am. I've hoboed here, hoboed there, traveled these states around. Blue Railroad train, good old pal to me. Take me where I wanna go, and the transportation's free. Thank you. Oh boy,
I
guitar
just
change.
love that Blue Country Heart.
Me too. What's not to love?
I'm going to call it a record. I date myself. But,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, be careful. That was, at that time in your life, probably one of the most exciting projects
Yes, it was.
that you got to do.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons. Yves Bouvet, who really pulled it all together.
Yes, he did.
He was a record exec, and I guess he was an A&R.
Yeah, he was one of the last, in my, as far as I know, of the last old school A&R guys. In the Ahmed Erdogan.
And I believe that
World.
he came up under him.
I beg pardon?
Didn't Eve come up under Ahmed Erdogan?
Yeah, he knew all those. He worked with all those guys, yeah.
So
good old days.
When we were in the studio, I mean, it really was the project was a dream come true, and you can talk about some of the guys that you worked with. But I remember before, I think it was before the first song was played, and Sam Bush and Byron House and Jerry Douglas and
The boys.
Eve came over to you and he said, "Shame them, Yorma, shame them."
Yeah, we were all being really polite. And he wanted a little more, can I say it? Of course I can.
Oh, go ahead.
He wanted a little more dick in the you know what I mean. That's professional talk. A little more dick, a little less dick, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, that would be the stuff that a mic being off would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, that was recorded in that Sony's SACD format, another lost format. Fantastic format, but nobody bought into it, so that was that. Do you remember, we shot a video of the recording of Prohibition Blues. Our buddy out in California, I wonder if he's Bob, the video guy.
Bob Sarles?
Yeah, Bob Sarles. Didn't he spill an orange juice in the Neve board?
Was
I
I
seem to
there?
recall that.
I don't
No,
know.
he may not have been there.
Bob, if you're listening, did you spill an orange juice in the Neve board during that? Ooh.
In the last four modules, as I recall. But,
I don't know that I was there.
I'm sure you would have remembered if you had been. Everybody else noticed.
Some of those songs, Lynn Bush and I, we just couldn't keep quiet in the control room, so we were shushed a couple of times and politely asked to maybe leave the space.
I remember Jack and I were there for the playbacks of Joni Mitchell's first album. We were asked to leave the space.
It's embarrassing.
We just couldn't shut up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes. Winter's been a long, long time. Summer's here again. I've been trying to make you mine since I don't know when. Well, where your soul let you fly makes me love you more. Spirit moving next to mine, what I'm living for. Well, now don't back, little baby, reach out to you. I'm doing my best, bring you round and swing you into view. I can better see your face, you can look at mine. each other move together down the line. One more time, I'm asking you, let this moment be. But we'll intertwine till eternity. Well, please don't let your pride run free. Make me pass you by. There's a place there for us if we only try. Well, what we got together now, rest ain't hard to do. Concealing, it ain't no job, oh my love for you. Goodness gracious. Oh, let's give the old Gibson a call. When I got up this morning, trying around for my shoes, Lord knows I got them, baby, them old walking blues. Feeling right for my shoes. Well, Lord knows I got them old walking blues. Feel like I'm blowing out sweet lonesome home up this morning town. My heaven's gonna set well, sweet lonesome home up this morning. All I had was gone. She got LJ and moved from her head down to her toes. Then on her darling mama, and where she goes. LJ moving from her head down to her toes. Breaks in her dawn. And where she goes. I'm gonna leave this house this morning, so ride the blind. I've been mistreated and blue. Don't mind dying, said have to ride the blind. Well, I've been mistreated. Don't mind dying. my shoes. Lord knows I got them old walking blues. Well, looking around my shoes. Whoa, walking blues. I said, Lord, I got them old walking blues. Lord knows I got them old walking blues. Well, yep. I think it's time for us to call up our good friend, young John Hurlbut.
Hello, young Yorma.
Hello, John.
How are you?
You know, all things considered, pretty gosh darn
You're
good.
looking really good and sounding really great.
Well, thank you, sir.
Look at-
I'll change that for you right now. Oh, look at this.
Look at this, Yorma. Yes, so,
So don't tell me what that is. That's yeah,
can you believe it, Yorma? A record.
I know.
They're still making them. Vinyl
Yeah.
is the king.
Not only are they still making one, but this has got both our names on it.
Lord, Yorma, I just can't believe it.
I
just
know,
can't
good.
believe it. But the river flows and
Mm-hmm.
available in the Fur Peace Ranch Company store. Yes, indeed. And just for all the folks out there in radio dream streamland tonight, the vinyl is a wonderful package put together by the folks at Culture Factory. Of course, we thank our dear friend Kevin Morgan for all the help with the artwork and putting
Absolutely.
it together. And this great shot of Yorm and I in the back here from Mr. Scotty Hall, who did a lot of the pictures on the inside. There's a beautiful book.
I believe Scotty's actually in the house somewhere tonight.
He's somewhere with that little boy,
Yeah.
being a dad. But anyhow, what a beautiful record, Yorm, and I'm so thankful for you for putting
So,
that
so
idea-
Record
put it-
Store Day has come and gone. That was the day after Thanksgiving, Black
Yes.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It was, Record Store Day was postponed from April 2020 to the day after Thanksgiving. So that's who got the vinyl first. We're all independent record stores, and we've talked about it a little bit, what qualifies one as an independent record store, and it's, because I did say, well, why can't we be an independent record store? You actually have to,
Buy into the program.
yeah, you gotta buy into the program, and honestly, I would be happy to do it, but we're kind of off the beaten path here, especially now, we're doing, I can count the visitors we've had on one hand this year,
Yeah.
even though we can open our doors for 4 groups of 4, that's it, into the silo where the company store is. So these independent record stores, you know, they are still getting foot traffic, and our good friend Kyle Segrist up at School Kids Records, no, is it School Kids? Sorry.
Lost Weekend.
Lost Weekend. Sorry, Kyle. I had like a brain
It's because it's
fart.
Cool Kyle.
It
at
is
Lost
Cool Kyle,
Weekend,
okay.
yes.
Lost Weekend Records, sorry about that. He sold out of the 50 that he got. And so you guys aren't the only vinyl product that came out for Record Store Day. There are 200 titles, and you have to, you know, basically sign on to buy however many of each one. So it really is a big deal, and we are off the beaten path. You know, I've threatened to
say the least.
Move the, I know we are, to move the retail closer to town. It wouldn't have helped this year because of, you know,
Yeah.
the pandemic. But where we are, honestly, there's no quote-unquote street lights, so in the wintertime at 5 o'clock when it's dark, I've had some fantastic events. You know, for the store during the holidays, people come out and meet Yorma and whatever, free coffee, cookies, nobody. You know, and if there's a flurry and they can't see, forget it.
Yep.
So we were happy that the vinyl went to the independent record stores.
Indeed we were.
We will have it. We do have it, I believe.
Yep.
but it is limited.
Yep.
So it's not like this is something that you can buy in vinyl for the next 20 years. However, downloads and the CD will be available on Christmas, which is really exciting. Now, that's volume 1. We have, drum roll, 2021, we're volume 2, another vinyl, more downloads, and a full CD of the entire project. We want to thank Culture Factory, who really stepped up. They do a fantastic package with all of the stuff that I've seen. They've done all the Jefferson Airplane and Hot Tuna, like box set reissues. We are really beyond fortunate, so a big shout out to them as well. It's a beautiful project, you guys. I mean,
Thank you,
Kevin
Vanessa.
Morgan did all of the layout. It is fantastic. It really is. It is a collector's piece.
Thank you. And thank you for being the executive producer as well.
With
That
all
means
that
I
in mind
just get to
too,
boss you guys around.
normally I stay out of the way of all the email chains, even though you guys copy and everything. I mean, I'd been thinking about this project for a while, so I'm glad that I was able to talk John into doing that. And I would have put it out, or we would have put it out, Vanessa, ourselves. But because of these fortuitous circumstances, John knowing the guys at
John.
Culture Factory, and they took us on board. And so a big thanks to them, because that's a big deal for us. So we appreciate that. And I do love watching that splatter vinyl. I almost said vinyl CD. I'm mixing my metaphors. That's vinyl record
Yeah, we're not going to give anything away, but
spinning around on my
wait till you see the package for
my
volume
Riga
2.
turntable.
It's quite beautiful. But I think the reason that Culture Factory, we had a relationship with them because we buy product for their store, but the relationship was
Yeah.
John and Jean-Marc and with Ed Frank. And, John has been dealing with them directly since they started doing the Jefferson Airplane and Hot Tuna products, the box sets. I mean, really, they were just beautiful.
Yep.
He made one call. I mean, I have to say, I've been doing this with you for a really long time, and we've been through 3 record companies, all great and all, have their own merits, serve the purpose at the time. You don't just make one call,
This is the perfect storm of stuff.
Yeah, John made one call, and it happened, and so.
So there you go.
I think it was because I told him who was producing it and who the lead guitar player was. It won him over. We do thank them. Thank you,
Indeed.
John Mark.
Well, what are we doing? We're doing.
Let's do a song from the album. here.
Ooh, that certainly is a fine idea, John.
Song number 1 on the B-side.
On the B. Do you love that? The B side.
I do love that. Being a record person, this is like my cup has run
I understand.
over. Yeah.
Have to tell the kids what a B side is. Let her rip there.
There's a place where I've been told all the streets are paved with gold, and it's just across the borderline. When it's time to take your turn, here's a lesson that you must learn. You could lose more than you ever hope to find. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand, and you'll know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you paid the price to come this far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. Up and down the Rio Grande, 1,000 footprints in the sand reveals a secret no one candy fine. The river flows on like a breath in between our life and death. Tell me who's the next to cross the borderline. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand, and you'll know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you paid the price to come this far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand, and you'll know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you paid the price to come this far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. Hope remains when pride is gone, and you keep on moving on, calling you just across the borderline. Thank you. Thank you.
Love that song.
Me too.
Want a question, Yorma?
Sure.
Okay. So it is rumored that you like hot sauce.
Yes.
Can you tell us what your favorite hot sauce is?
So, I remember back in the 90s, late 90s when we first started going here, and in the early 2000s, all these hot sauce things, everybody was into hot sauce, Dave's Insanity, all this kind of stuff. And I tried them all because I do like hot sauces. However, my favorite hot sauce is Tabasco, the red one, not the green one, the red one. And I guess aside from the fact that it's just the classic hot sauce, the reason is that when I was a kid, my dad was stationed in Karachi, Pakistan for 3 or 4 years. We were camping, I remember, out in a ruined temple in the Sindh desert. And I had my first tamales. They came out of a can, which my dad seasoned by the fire with, yes, you guessed it, Tabasco hot sauce, and it's been Tabasco for me ever since. The other thing was that we were out there, we were supposed to be duck hunting, and I remember I had my first shotgun. I had a Stevens 16-gauge side-by-side, and we had these wader boots because we were in a desert, yes, but there were all these little ponds and interconnected. It was after the rainy season. There's a lot of water was out there in the middle of this desert. Deserts aren't always dry. And I was walking along, and I stepped into a pothole, and my waders filled up with water. And I went in, fortunately it wasn't that deep, I went in probably up to my nose. Wow. And filled the gun with water, so it didn't really work for the rest of the trip, which is probably all for the best. Anyway, so hot sauce and filling up my waders with water, what's not to like?
So,
I could have gone to the bottom of a river.
We actually just exchanged the bottle of Tabasco. I don't even want to tell you how old the bottle of Tabasco, which Yorma claims they never goes bad. So I'm like,
They don't go bad, but they're not as good.
we're throwing this out. We're going to get you a nice, fresh bottle of Tabasco.
Awesome.
So Yorma just discovered, now don't curl your nose, Just Egg.
Yeah, I can't eat eggs anymore because it makes even more than I normally have. So yeah, I discovered Just Eggs. Now, I would have scoffed at this. It's like
It's
a plant-based.
egg. He swears that it, Myron's like shaking his head, no. He
It's better than an Egg
swears-
McMuffin.
You haven't had one of those in a long time. It looks like an egg. You can either buy it already like scrambled and then folded like they do on a grill, or you can buy it and
make an
scramble
omelet.
it yourself.
It's unbelievable.
He was a little skeptical,
I was.
but he loved it so much, and he had it paired with right after Thanksgiving. I'm a vegetarian, but I threw Yorma a bone, a ham bone.
That spiral cut ham went really good upon
So
the
he had it
plant-based
on
egg.
a brioche bun, and he had the old Tabasco. When I realized he loved the Just Egg so much, we refreshed everything. So he has a fresh bottle of Tabasco. Now, let me just say to all of you listening, every time we say Yorma likes something, you guys are awesome, but please don't send him any Tabasco.
I got plenty.
Last
Thanks.
time Yorma said he loved Zippo lighters, the president of Zippo lighters sent him more Zippo lighters than he could ever use.
And
we
I haven't
have-
smoked in 25 years.
Yeah, I know, but your favorite was like the Desert Storm.
Well, no, my
set.
favorite. No, I've got the Normandy D-Day set.
Okay,
And then at some point, I'm going to probably sell it. Mint, never been used, in the case.
we've been threatening actually to do our own hot sauce, but it would have to compare
It'll
to
taste
Tabasco.
just like,
Please
yeah.
don't send us any Tabasco. The
Good.
thought is, appreciated though.
Plus, Yorma, you know what you really love?
Yes.
Those gold bars from Fort Knox.
That's true. I've been thinking about starting about a gold bar collection, and with that, thank you, John. It's very
Yes,
thoughtful
gold
of
bars,
you.
boy.
You want to send me a gold ingot?
Goes good with
We will,
Tabasco
no matter
sauce.
how many people send, we will not complain
Hey!
at all.
It's your 80th birthday coming up.
What's not to
What
like about a
great
gold ingot for
present.
when you become an octogenarian?
John, you're a genius.
You're a genius, John.
Well, I just want to make sure no one sent him Tabasco because we'll have to get him a case of Tabasco for his Hanukkah present this year. And I don't want anybody getting it before us.
With all that being said, I believe you have another song in mind.
Yeah, and this works out really good since Vanessa mentioned about the volume 2, which we have a second.
Ooh.
In the session, when Yorma and I did the recording session, we did 14 songs in the 2 days. So they released 8 on volume 1 and then wanted to release the other 6.
I believe they're doing another gatefold.
Another nice cover and everything,
Ooh.
yeah. These guys have been gold. But anyhow, this next song, which is a favorite, will be on volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
There must be some way out of here, cried the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief.
Businessmen, they drink my wine. Plowmen dig my earth. None of them along the line seem to know what any of it is worth. No reason to get excited. The thief, he kindly spoke. There are men here among us who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that. That's not our fate. Let us stop talking falsely now. The hour's getting late. Tower, princes kept the view. All ladies met, there were servants too. Outside in the cold distance, wildcat did growl. Two riders were approaching, wind began to howl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yorma.
Thank you, John. Awesome. Thanks very much. Good. Love that song. Volume 2, right?
Volume 2.
What have been your greatest joys in being parents? Loaded question.
Wow.
There are so many.
Yeah, there really are. I think, usually when we're talking to other parents and they can see our faces and know how we're joking, sort of. The first time your kid is potty trained, that's a big moment. But there's just so many of them. I mean, you know how it is. It's good stuff.
Well, I can say we haven't had as much opportunity to spend the same amount of time with Zach, your son, when he was Izzy's age.
Right.
We have as an adult, and he is an awesome human being, just an awesome
That he
human
is.
being. I love his sense of humor. I love the things he doesn't say because he doesn't know it, but he's really funny when he, doesn't react. He's a lot like you. A lot like you.
In a lot of ways.
Izzy, I think watching her become who she is, she's at the discovery age. I mean, kids are always at the discovery age, but she can now debate and banter and disagree and call us out. I have to say, as sometimes as uncomfortable as that is, I love it. Most
Yeah.
people don't know this about me. I love critique. I try to take it all.
I'm glad-
Please don't. But I love when. First of all, I love being teachable at almost 60, so maybe that's why I love it more than I did. I mean, when you're younger and somebody points something out, you're, mumbling under your breath what they can do with that information. But that hasn't happened for a long time. I love being teachable. When my 14-year-old daughter, points out her view of what I said or the way I'm reacting or my opinion based on her worldview and the way she sees things, I can't tell you how much joy that brings to watch her, has an opinion, she has morals, she has her own impact about her. I think that for me is the most.
I love stuff too. Yeah, ditto. Yeah, what she said. And a couple years ago, she was really interested and she was playing the guitar and singing. I got to play a couple songs with her. That was pretty exciting. But interestingly enough, even though she has the talent for it, for some strange reason, she's elected to become a really good student rather than a wastrel guitar player. And that's
Last night after dinner, he had us taking that Briggs personality test.
the personality test. Boy, did I ace that test.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
It was pretty spot on, I thought. But she's, I thought that was really interesting.
That's funny stuff. Kids, go figure. Good, and of course, who knows what's from home?
You know what I mentioned the other day, and you applauded, we were driving, you called to pick up on the phone, and I said, well, what do you guys want for dinner? And sitting with me, you were at home. He said, I don't know, what are you going to fix? And Izzy, like, on occasion, she said, he's capable of making his own dinner. Let him make his own dinner. I'm like,
Yeah, thanks,
yeah.
I wanted this guy to get it.
You're indeed.
Okay.
Got it.
All righty, kid. Who? My son Zach, all isn't just being really a good guy, self-supporting and all that kind of stuff. He spends a lot of time in the gym, and he's a really big now. I should have kicked your ass while I could because it's way late now. If you're out, Zach, I love you, son. Okay. We're gonna keep on going now, though we're in one place. Gotta make time start slipping on at a faster pace. We'll work, keep on, I can't wait till tomorrow makes it if you hesitate. Hey, hey. We got wings of steel to fly. Thank you.
That was swell, Yorma. Swell.
Thanks, Vanessa. That means a lot coming from you. Let's see, I'm gonna take off the old finger picks. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put down this old guitar. This old guitar. And I'm going to pick up this old guitar. This not so old guitar. Oh, boy. So, yeah, so I get questions on my website from time to time. Hey, Myron, beat that. Little guitar humor there. There actually should have been. Yeah, so anyway, let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah.
You get questions on your website.
Yeah, questions. So somebody was talking about the electric show, and he goes, basically without trying to recreate the conversation, he was wondering why I play with a flat pick sometimes and finger picks. I finger pick most of the time because I'm really a finger picking guitar player, but sometimes it's just not the right vehicle. Like if we're doing rock and roll stuff, sometimes the flat pick is, anyway, it's just the right vehicle. So in any case, whatever the dish requires, that's how I like to season it. How about that, Vanessa? Is that a decent...
Yeah, that was clever. Your answer was clever.
Hmm.
Hey, if you're getting questions, what do you need me for?
Oh, it's much more fun when it gets transliterated through you. Much more fun. Okay. Round it around me, the walls that were always around me. Like a bird in a tree, found my liberty, and I'm free from the chain gang now. Long ago I was known and respected. One day I was falsely suspected, and they put me in chains. Get out of the rain, I'm free, chain gang now. No, my mother's, her heart was broken, for she knew that an untruth was spoken. There were tears on the mail, she sent me in jail, but I'm free, the chain gang. All these years I was known by a number, just years that were spent without slumber. Won back my name, and I'm free from the chain gang. I'm going back home to another. She's my sweetheart who's waiting with mother. dry all the tears, been crying for years that I'm free from the chain gang now. And I'll dry all the tears, been crying for years, 'cause I'm free from the chain gang now. Put down the flat pick, pick up the finger picks. You know. Keeps me from getting bored. Do I ever get bored, Vanessa?
Do I ever get bored with you? Oh, no, that's not what you said.
I don't think that's the question that I.
Do you ever get bored? Well, I will say, right before Thanksgiving, you and I were experiencing, it's going to sound cliche because everybody said it, but it was COVID fatigue, pandemic fatigue.
COVID malaise.
Okay, there you go. Nice. And we were, Izzy accused us of being mildly depressed. That was a critique that I had too. I thought, how have I been acting? What's my body language? That was pretty, my behavior was, I couldn't get away from myself. You were experiencing the exact same things. You and I aren't always in sync with our feelings, so when I'm up sometimes, you might not be as up as me and vice versa, but we were both feeling this just, it was gloomy outside. And I do believe you said on air, because it was right around the last show, and I'm going to swear, folks.
Oh,
He
no.
said, I know.
Oh, no, Mr. Bill.
Mr. and Mrs. Hart, I'm so sorry, because I think you commented when I dropped the F-bomb, and anybody else who doesn't want to hear this, but Yorma, you said, this pandemic fucking sucks.
I did say that.
There was
And I stand by what I said.
We were bored.
I guess I was bored.
We were bored. And so, as a rule, you have an out. You are an avid motorcycle rider, and as you've gotten older, you're really weather cautious and stuff like that. So you'll be like, I'm taking the bike, or I'm taking your motorcycle for a ride, and that is your medicine.
Yeah.
I'm a fair weather rider, and I'm kind of here's another word, sorry. The Hearts, I'm really sorry. I'm kind of a pussy when it comes to that stuff. Like, if the weather's got to be just right. My out is work. So when I'm bored, I kind of just create or do something in the office. But yes, this pandemic has created things like boredom and fatigue that we have not experienced.
That's true, and with that in mind, and I'll try to keep this brief so I can move on to the next song. Anyway, we're talking, I got a checkup today, I'm doing fine. They're amazed that I'm as ancient as I am, and I can still walk unassisted or something like that.
You're an Adonis.
Thank you, Vanessa, appreciate that. Anyway, but one of the things that they did, which took about half an hour, is this incredible questionnaire that's all about depression. Next time you go and I asked him, I said, is this an age-related thing, or is it just the way it is, just we're doing it to everybody? I went, wow. It was so, anyway, enough said. Well, can't liquor that done me wrong, I can't sleep night or day. Terrible feeling comes along, it begins to get well. Well, Potter pours on mixed or two, call it sugar. If you drink the bootleg shine, you'll sure have an aching. know you have, 'cause I have too. Lord, I'd rather be dead. Well, preacher comes around and gives advice, then you have to stall. If he gets to the bottle first, you know he'll never leave it, none at all. Well, I'll tell you, brother, Lord, I won't lie, what's the matter in this land? Drink it wet, but they'll vote it dry and hide it if they can. Fish a party, Lord, they'll all get drunk and they'll call it society. But if they catch you with a pint, good morning, penitentiary. Well, now prohibition, Lord, kill more folks than Sherman ever seen. If they can't get whiskey, they'll take to dope, cocaine and morphine. This old country, Lord, sure ain't dry, and dry will never be seen. Prohibition, say it again, is that money-making fine machine. We're by Fort Lord and creosote, bound to kill any man. Some get paralyzed, some get well, some hit the golden land. Undertaker, you know he's got to live, so you beat him if you can. Prohibition, say it again, is a money-making fine machine. Well, Vanessa,
You were awesome today, Yorma.
well, I appreciate that. You're always awesome.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to swap guitars for our Bring It Into the Landing. And of course, as always, we can't thank our team enough for
We
being
are
there for us.
blessed with
We
a
are.
team of the gods. And I'll say again, we couldn't do this without them. So, as always, thank you. But for this show, Myron, John, Scotty, Andy, I'll thank myself. Thank you, Vanessa. Really, and thank all of you that have been donating to their to the crew fund. So that's where the tip jars go. So, yeah, 1,000 thank yous.
Indeed.
We'll be keeping everybody abreast to any possible changes or vault shows. The plan is to do, finish out the rest of this year with live shows.
Yep.
We will, the next one after this one will be, I believe, I don't have my calendar in front of me, is that the 18th or something like that?
What?
19th? Yeah, this is number 30, Yorma. So.
So the next one will be
it's the
31.
12th, so it'll be the 19th, and then, I don't know, we'll see, the day after Christmas. I don't know.
It was the
everybody
day
get-
after Christmas,
I know.
and all across the stage. Yeah.
So we'll let everyone know because
Yeah, we don't know
everybody
what we're
has
doing yet.
holiday obligations and we certainly don't want to ever want this show to be a burden for any of our crew.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So keep in touch with if you're on our mailing list, you'll get a newsletter, or the Hot Tuna Facebook page is where really I've been putting all this information out. So, all right.
As
Thanks again,
always.
everyone.
Indeed. I can't believe that I've done almost an entire show, and this will be the first, and since it's the last song, the only Reverend Gary Davis song. Look at this. Wow. Well, now, Mother, don't you stop a praying, Father, keep right on praying. Don't you stop a praying, for this old world is almost done. Keep your lamp trimmed and burning, keep your lamps, keep your lamps trimmed and burning, for this old world is almost done. Now, sister, don't you stop a praying, brother, keep right on. Don't you stop a praying, for this whole world is almost done. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning, keep your lamps trimmed and burning, for this whole world is almost done. trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps your lamp trimmed and burning. For this whole world is almost done. You know we'll keep our lamps trimmed and burning. Keep our lamps trimmed and burning. For race is almost running. Thank you so much, folks. Thanks a lot. We will see you all down the road. In the meantime, stay well.
Thanks, everyone.